Good evening, our beloved viewers. You are watching on Live RTD channel. Welcome to this English news edition. Here are the major stories. The head of state received a delegation of Russian parliamentarians. A strengthening regional cooperation and development ambition. And on the international scene, UN alert on humanitarian emergency in Gaza. Those were the headlines. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom. The President of the National Assembly, Mr. Dileita Mohammed Dileita, welcomed a high-level Russian parliamentary delegation at Djibouti International Airport, headed by the Deputy Speaker of Russian parliamentarians. This official visit, which falls within the framework of strengthening parliamentary relation, is scheduled to continue until April 12. Also receiving the Deputy Speaker of Russian parliamentary were member of National Assembly, including First Deputy Speaker of the President of the Assembly, Ms. Safia Elmi Jibril, Second Deputy Speaker of House of the Representative Omar Ahmed, Member of Parliamentarians. Following the official reception ceremony, a welcoming meeting was held in the airport's VIP lounge, allowing both sides to lay the foundation for strengthening future cooperation. This visit follows a discussion that began during the visit of the President of the National Assembly and his counterparts from Moscow. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margili, received the Russian parliamentary. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margili, received this Wednesday morning at the Presidential Palace the Deputy Speaker of Russian Parliament, Ms. Victoria, who is on a visit to Djibouti to strengthen relation and cooperation between the two countries. The talks between President Gili and the high-ranking Russian official initially focused on existing partnership between the two countries and strengthening the economic and trade sector, logistic and port, higher education and vocational training. Russian plan to establish strategic partnership with the Republic of Djibouti as a logistic hub located at an important location for many leading countries. The President of the National Assembly, Mr. Dileita Mohammed Dileita, participated in this meeting between the President Gili and the Deputy Speaker of Russian Parliament. During her meeting with the head of state, Ms. Victoria was accompanied by a high-level delegation from Russian Parliament. In a statement following her meeting with the President of the Republic, the Deputy Speaker of Russian Parliament in her speech highlighted its Djibouti's distinguished positions, affirming our country's determination to provide all necessary support and assistance to Djibouti.
Des axes de coopération commerciale et économique.
For his part, in a statement, the President of the National Assembly, Mr. Dileita Mohammed Dileita, affirmed that the Djiboutian Parliament is continued commitment to achieve a higher level of exchange and cooperation between our two countries. On the sidelines of her official visit to the Republic of Djibouti, the President of the National Assembly, Mr. Dileita Mohammed Dileita, received Ms. Victoria, Deputy Speaker of Parliament of Russian Federation, on Wednesday, April 9, as part of the courtesy visit followed by a high-level bilateral meeting. The President of Russian Parliament was received with great warmth and protocol. Ms. Victoria was widely praised as a friend of Djiboutian people and a parliamentary partner in a climate of mutual respect and parliamentary brotherhood. The meeting provided an opportunity to address strategic issues identifying the new horizons for cooperation and strengthening the structure of parliamentary dialogue between the two institutions. A high-level bilateral meeting held between Russian Parliament and the National Assembly of Djibouti. A high-level bilateral meeting was held in the VIP lounge of the House of Representatives headquarters in the conference room between the Russian and Djiboutian parliamentary delegation. This meeting provided an opportunity to discuss strategy issues, identify new horizons for cooperation, and enhance parliamentary dialogue between the two institutions. The discussion covered a wide range of priority topics, including strengthening parliamentary cooperation by intensifying the work of Russian Djibouti parliamentary friendship. Secondly, developing a joint program in the field of education, vocational training, health, scientific researches, and military technical cooperation. Thirdly, enhancing logistic and port cooperation, particularly in the strategic sector for the transportation and the regional infrastructure. And finally, supporting food sovereignty, rural development, and agricultural within the framework of a technical, innovative, and sustainable partnership. Ms. Victoria also emphasized the strengthening of humanitarian cooperation, noting that the medical equipment and medicines, as well as the expansion of Russian university scholarship program for Djiboutian students. For his part, the President of the National Assembly, Mr. Dileita Mohamed Dileita, in his speech, said that emphasized the quality of Russian and Djibouti cooperation, mutual respect, and equitable development in line with the Russian Federation's strategy vision. The President of the National Assembly reiterated his country interests in deep cooperation in advance of the sector, including applied scientific research in the medical file. And finally, the President of the National Assembly praised the President of the Republic his position on the international stage, expressing his gratitude for its continuous effort based the diplomacy and constructive wisdom, especially regarding the major sensitive geopolitical issues, conclude the President of the National Assembly. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mr. Abdul Qadir Hussein Umar, received today at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs the head of a diplomatic mission accredited to the Republic of Djibouti and member of a diplomatic corps and international organization accredited to Djibouti. This meeting, the first since his recent appointment as head of Djibouti's diplomacy, is part of his firm desire to pursue and further strengthen dialogue and cooperation between the Republic of Djibouti and its bilateral and also multilateral partners. During the meeting, the minister stressed his gratitude to the diplomatic representative for their commitment to the development of the Republic of Djibouti. In his speech, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mr. Abdul Qadir Hussein Umar, expressed his gratitude to the diplomatic representative for their commitment in the development of Republic of Djibouti. He also emphasized the importance of Djiboutian government attached to multilateral diplomacy and international cooperation in promoting common interests, the rules of diplomatic issues. In these issues was how essential, interconnected, constantly involving the world today. More than ever, we need the cooperation of a strong nation, he said. And now, the budget in Djibouti, represented by the Minister of Budget, participate in the joint annual meeting of the financial institution affiliate with the League of Arab, the Prime Minister attend in this meeting. This meeting include the Board of Government of Arab Fund for Economic Development in Africa, the Arab Authorities for the Agriculture, and the 16th meeting of the Council of Arab Finance Minister was also held in the sidelines of this meeting, discussed for the future trade and financial policies. The Arab financial institution in supporting the sustainable development goals and developing financing tool to keep with the regional and global economic transformation. The meeting is scheduled to feature extensive discussion on ways to stimulate investment in Arab economies, enhancing the financial sustainability, and review the experience of the financial issues. The Minister of Budget, Mr. Usman Ibrahim Roble, met with the Noura Salman Salim, Minister of Finance and Minister of State for Economic Affairs and Investment of the State of Kuwait. The meeting took place on the sidelines of the Arab Monetary Fund Board of the Governor meeting in Kuwait City. The two officials discussed ways and means to enhance bilateral cooperation in social, economic, and financial field. They expressed satisfaction with the progress made in cooperation between the two countries and emphasized the importance of coordinating their effort to maximize investment opportunities and sustainable development. The meeting was attended by Governor of Central Bank of Djibouti, Mr. Ahmed Usman, and Farah Abdurrahman Almi. Djibouti is in charge of Kuwait business. Under the high patronage of the Minister of Higher Education and Research, Dr. Nabil Mohammed, the Ayla Grand Hotel hosted a workshop today in collaboration with the friends, notably the National Center for Studies, the National Institution for National Researches for the Development. Research is entitled Strengthening the create for the processes of exploitation, spatial data from latent. The observation of this meeting is held today in Grand Hotel of Ayla. The Special Commission Special Envoy on Women, Peace and Security participated in this meeting. This meeting provided an opportunity to discuss issues related to cooperation between the Ministry of the African Union Commission in the context of promoting women's rights and peace on the continent. In a speech, the Minister of Women and Family for these issues, the Minister of Women and Family have made a forum for these issues. She met with the Special Commission of AU in charge of the peace and security. A memorandum of signing was held for these issues. This meeting provides an opportunity to discuss the issues related cooperation between the ministries and the African Union Commission in the context of promoting women's rights and peace of the continent. In her speech, the Minister of Women and Family, Ms. Muna Usman, then explained the main objective of this meeting, this agreement, which represents an important step, she said, in the government's effort to promote gender equality and the essential role of women in maintaining peace and security in Africa. The discussion will focus, she said, in particular on the upcoming signing of an agreement between the two parties aimed at strengthening initiative for women in security and empowerment. The second edition of the Djibouti Forum concluded in an atmosphere of dynamism and optimism. With the unprecedented international participants, the forum brought together more than 150 guests from 51 countries, including institutional investors managing over $2.6 trillion in assets in Djibouti to explore investment opportunities and strengthen strategic partnership. The two-day forum served as a true crossroad for discussion of key economic issues and key sector for the future of Djibouti and Africa. The common interest, the common thread of the discussion was diversifying Djibouti economic beyond the port sector. The director of Djibouti Sovereign Fund emphasized the fund's desire to co-invest international partners in key projects, announcing the ambitious growth ambition. And now let us listen to the reaction of the director of Djibouti Sovereign Fund.
Event was very, very important in terms of the world to know what Djibouti has to offer. And the good thing about this forum was people from everywhere in Africa were here. People from Asia were here. So this is a time to show Djibouti the strategic location, extraordinary government, super great president, prime minister. So the best country to be, and I think so it's a time for Djibouti. Very soon you will see big things happening in Djibouti. I feel, so for us, I would say as Indians, we have a lot of opportunity in terms of hospitality, in terms of construction, in terms of housing, in terms of pharmaceuticals. So there is a lot to do, solar power. So we will soon come up with decent investment in hopefully next 2-3 months. You will see things move. So one of the finest president, the most stable country, the most stable government. This is the best place to be.
For the international scene, charity distribute food aid to Palestinians affected by the war in northern Gaza amid growing fears of a possible famine in the territory. Palestinians in Gaza are struggling to feed their families as Israel continues to blockade from entering the Gaza Strip. Many have turned to charities to feed their children. The war has left most of Gaza's population of more than 2 million dependent on international aid. Aid organizations have expressed concern about the progress made during the 6-week ceasefire to prevent famine in part of Gaza Strip as Israel continues to blockade from entering the territory. The head of UN humanitarian agency issues a joint warning about the situation in Gaza, calling on world leaders to ensure respect for the fundamental principle of international humanitarian law. This is it for this edition. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.